Hey everyone, it's Julie Kruger from Kruger Immigration Law. Thanks so much for joining me today. I wanted to tell you about a case that we recently had a TN visa application where our client applied for the TN visa and got approved. And I thought that a lot of you would be interested in hearing this story because I think the same kind of questions and things come up from a lot of our clients and people contacting our office about the TN visa. Our client is a citizen of Canada and has an extensive background in fire safety and fire engineering. And so our client had a job offer from a company in the United States that handles this kind of work. Our client is not an engineer, and our client is not necessarily working on disaster relief. So our client knew that he's a Canadian citizen. He can't just come into the United States and work with no visa. He knew that he needed a visa to be able to come into the United States to work for this company. However, he didn't know which was the right visa to apply for, which best fit his particular experience and education, and which fit the job duties of the position and the company that he would be working for. And so, he began searching for an immigration lawyer to assist him with this process. And so he contacted our firm, and we did a free case evaluation to look at his documents, to look at that job offer, look at his education and experience, and evaluate all of those individual factors that are specific to his case and figure out which of the available visa options works the best for him. And so we always explore a couple of different options when we're looking at a work visa in this kind of situation. For example, we talked with him about the H-1B visa. Was that right for him? We talked about the L visa. Is there a company outside the U.S. that he had worked for and was transferring into the U.S. branch of the company? And what we settled on for him is the TN visa. The TN visa is a great option for Canadians and Mexican citizens. So the TN visa is a visa for certain professions, for citizens of Canada and Mexico, and it's a really simple process. You go to the border and you apply the same day and you get a decision. The filing fee is $50, so it's really low. The documentation that you need to present to the border is fairly limited. Basically, you either show that you qualify or you don't qualify. And the other great thing about the TN visa is that if you are approved, it can be approved for up to 3 years, and then it can be renewed forever after that, an unlimited number of times, as long as you continue to work for that employer and have that position, then qualify. So it's a really, really great option if you qualify. Now, one of the concerns, as I mentioned in this particular application, was that our client, the position that he was being offered doesn't necessarily fit super easily into one of the TN visa categories. So he doesn't have a background in engineering, a degree in engineering, doesn't have a license or certification as an engineer either in Canada or the United States. And so the position is engineering related, but he himself is not an engineer. And so in that situation, the strategy that we came up with was to apply as a scientific technician technologist. And the reason that category worked for him is because he was going to be working in support of an engineer. So the company that he was being offered a position with, one of the supervisory persons that he would be working for was an engineer and would qualify, if that person needed a TN visa, would qualify for the TN visa as an engineer, had the right background and had the engineering duties in their position. So that's what the scientific technician or technologist position is. It's where someone is working in a certain subset of fields, engineering is one of them, and will be working in support of someone who would meet the qualifications for that profession. And so what we did is we worked with our client to gather all the documentation about the company to show that the company did have an engineer that he would be working in support of, to show that the engineer met those qualifications, to show that the company is a U.S. company and that they were offering our client this position. Then we should put together documentation to show that our client met the qualifications, that he's a citizen of Canada, his educational background, his certifications, his employment history, why he qualified specifically for this position, why he was the best candidate. Although it's not a requirement for the TN visa, we always want to show, why can't the company just hire a US worker for this particular position. We were able to show that our client's background was unique, that he really had a deep expertise in this field, and that's why they were reaching out to someone who was Canadian and wanted to hire that person so that he could come in and bring that expertise to the American company. So we put together a really strong package for him. We write the company support letter in front of on behalf of the company to show to the board directly from the company who the company is and what they do, why they're hiring for this particular position and what the duties of that position are going to be, and then why they specifically want to hire our client's background, education, and experience, and why they're really unique and they needed to hire this person from outside the United States. We prepare that for the company, prepare the whole package for our client, and send it to our client to file at the border. Then we don't just stop there. We don't just prepare the package and send it off to the client and say good luck. We go much farther than that, and we really prepare our client for filing that application at the border. We have a detailed call where we prepare the client as to what kind of questions are going to be asked at the interview, what the concerns of the officer are going to be during that interview process, and even the basic things like where to go, what time to go, what days to go, which port of entry to go to, and what to do when they get there. And then after the interview, if they're approved, we have the client send us a copy of the visa stamp so that we can remind them about renewal. We have our client send us a detailed description of that interview because we want to know right from then how we're already preparing for the renewal application. So we talk with our client even post-interview to figure out what happened, what were the things that went well, what were the officer's concerns, and again, already preparing for that renewal application. So now that our client has been approved, he can come into the United States. He will be able to live and work in the United States for 3 years while the visa is valid. And when it comes time to renew, we'll be able to work with him on that application and renew his position so that he can continue to work and live in the United States while he still has that position. So it's a really great result for our client. We're really excited for him and his ability to begin his new life in the United States working for his new job. So if this is your situation, if you have a job offer in the United States, if you're a Canadian professional or a Mexican professional, and you want to talk to us about whether you qualify for the TN visa, give us a call. My phone number is 716-393-9878. You can email me at julie@KrugerImmigrationLaw.com. I'd be happy to explore with you whether you qualify for the TN visa, whether the position that you're applying for and your education and your employment make you a good fit for this type of visa. And if not, what other visa might work best for you. Thanks so much for watching.